Hello and welcome. It's time for Yoga Nidra. I've logged in a couple of minutes early to get situated and tell you that normally on Monday, I also teach restorative yoga. I did not have time for that this morning, so we are going to focus instead on just the Yoga Nidra today. It's Monday, May 12th, the day after Mother's Day. And, perhaps your mom is or was awesome and fantastic in every way and super nurturing. Maybe she's not. Maybe she wasn't. And you know what? That's okay. And you can feel any old way that you want to about that, about your mom. What I would like to celebrate today is the idea of mothering and nurturing, and offer you today an opportunity to tap into your own sense of mothering and nurturing. No matter who you are, what gender you are, we all have the capability of nurturing. And in particular, being able to nurture ourselves can be a great boon to ourselves. The idea of the inner child is one of those ideas that we can get a hold of that might be useful to you, and taking care of your inner child. And sometimes that means indulging your inner child and having cake and ice cream for breakfast, and you can do that too. But I encourage you to think about this sense of nurturing yourself as being kind to yourself and not necessarily indulging yourself so much as really caring for yourself. And Yoga Nidra is one of the greatest gifts that has come down to us from teachers long, long before me. And I'm really happy to be able to share this practice with you. I did some writing over the weekend about Yoga Nidra and my process of finding Yoga Nidra, or how Yoga Nidra found me in teacher training, and a lot of the things that led me to being able to appreciate Yoga Nidra for what it is. And so I'm really grateful to be able to share this teaching of Yoga Nidra along. And I also just want to recognize that I'm still fairly new at it. There have been lots of teachers who come before me who have a lot more experience in practicing Yoga Nidra, in teaching Yoga Nidra. And I want to bow to them and send my gratitude and thanks to them for having shared their teachings along and their experience with it, and encourage you to find your own path through this. The writing that I did is going to be published today. So if you are on my Patreon page, you'll see that in your feed, your Patreon feed today. Um, I hope that it's useful to you. I try to always share um, gratitude and love and light and all of those good things, so that I am not in danger of re traumatizing you if you have been through that. Um, but I too, even though I try to stay on the light side of things, I too have suffered, continue to suffer in all kinds of ways, in spite of all of the privilege that I have been born into. And Yoga Nidra has really helped me along that path in accepting my own suffering and the suffering of others, and then being able to hopefully do things that help alleviate that suffering. And so, my hope for you today in this process of nurturing yourself is that you're able to alleviate some of your own suffering, and therefore alleviating the suffering of the world, period. There's nothing to fix. You're not broken. But if you are suffering, Yoga Nidra can be a path, not necessarily away from suffering, but learning how to focus on other things besides your own suffering. And maybe that means diving really deeply into it first. That is certainly how I came to it, was diving deeply into it. Okay, enough of all of the verbiage about that. We're now going to dive completely into the practice of Yoga Nidra. So, first and foremost, we're going to begin with a breath technique that is a seated breath technique, and then you're going to settle back into relaxing into the shape for Yoga Nidra. So, give me a moment to set up the audio recording so that I can post this to my Spotify channel. We're going to begin with Bumblebee Breath. So I invite you to come to a seat, and I'm going to take a few moments to demonstrate Bumblebee Breath, and then we're going to practice it together. And then once we have completed the Bumblebee Breath, you're going to stretch out and relax. And then I'm going to guide you through Sufi Mother's Breath. So 2 breath techniques today. One of them is going to be, hold tight, y'all. Of course, the app that I use to record things is taking its sweet time. Okay, ready? Here we go. Welcome to Yoga Nidra. Today is Monday, May 12th, and we're going to practice a breath technique from a seat. So bring yourself to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Maybe that's reclining back in a chair, stretching out on the sofa with your legs out in front of you. Bumblebee breath is going to be our first breath technique. So there are different ways that you can practice bumblebee breath. One of them is just to exhale and hum. So that is one way that you can do it, just breathing in and then humming on your exhale, a really high-pitched hum, like a bumblebee. In the yogic language, there is a specific breath technique called Brahmari breathing that involves using the exhale to hum, just like we did just now. But in addition to that, using our forefingers and index fingers to cover the eyes. The eyes are closed, and then we use the thumbs to gently press in right at the little notch, that little piece of ear that comes out from the jawline, right? So using that to close the ears so that we're closing the eyes and we're also closing the ears off so that we are eliminating as many outside distractions as possible. So this breath technique can be just as simple as breathing in and humming on your exhale. Or if you want to add bringing your fingers over your eyes and using your thumbs to close your ears, and do this for as long as feels comfortable. Okay. I'm going to be doing it for about 2.5, 3 minutes. Not sure yet, because I'm actually going to close my eyes and close my ears as well. And we're going to practice it together. So here we go. Ready? Bumblebee breathing, also known as Brahmari breathing. I'm covering my eyelids and I'm pressing my ears closed with my thumbs. The other fingers are just resting on the sides of my jaw. You do you. Let's hum like a bumblebee on the exhale. you are finished, release and relax any holds that you may have had. And now I invite you to rest. I invite you to stretch out and do nothing. Once you're stretched out, take this time that you need to completely stretch out, wiggle and fidget, move your clothing around, move your props around. And don't skimp. Don't be stingy with yourself. I invite you to really prepare your body as if you were tending to your dearest beloved, someone that you really care about, and making them entirely comfortable. And then apply that same care and nurturing to yourself. Minimize distractions. And only you know how best to do that, whether that's closing doors, windows, maybe bringing an eye mask or a scarf over your eyes, turning off any ringers, buzzers, timers that might go off. And then once you're settled, settle a little bit more. And if there are things that are in your space right now that have the potential to distract you that you can't do anything about, then just accept that they may interrupt you, that they may attempt to distract you. And just see if you can let them fold into your practice and be a part of your practice. If you can't do anything about them, let them float in and just be a part of what you're experiencing. Sounds and sight, tastes, smells. There is nothing to do. We are accustomed to reacting to things. Yoga Nidra helps us to be aware and yet do nothing about them. Just to allow them to be and allow them to be. Notice your body at rest. Be still and let your body begin to relax. That's a lot easier to say than do. If you find yourself moving and wiggling and fidgeting, that's okay. When you do notice that, see if you can bring yourself back to stillness and accept that the mind might have its own agenda and it may chatter away at you, and that is okay too. Your body may want to fidget and move, and that is okay too. Yoga Nidra is about accepting where we are in this moment and not feeling like there's anything to change. And if you do feel like you need to change it, that is also okay. It is all okay. You are tapping into the deepest resource that you have, your deepest source. So be still and notice that source. And it's okay if the mind refuses to settle in. This is the practice of Yoga Nidra in stages. So just settling the body is the first stage, and internalizing. And this is the process of just noticing whatever is outside of us and then bringing it inside. So I invite you to notice the sounds, the sound of my voice, the sounds in your room, the sounds of your own body settling, maybe the sound of your breath, the sound of your heartbeat. Just begin to notice these details of sound that are reported to you through your ears, through your eardrums. Notice the temperature in your room, the temperature of your body, and the textures that you feel along your skin, the air on your skin, hair, fabric, the materials, maybe your mat if you're on a yoga mat, your sheets if you're in bed, maybe the sofa material under you. Just notice whatever is in contact with your skin at this moment. There's nothing to do about it. Simply observing the sounds in your ears and the feel of things on your skin. Be aware of whatever you notice in your nostrils, the smells in your nostrils, the sounds in your nostrils, and the taste on your tongue, or multiple tastes on your tongue: sweet, sour, salty, mucky, doesn't matter. Just noticing. And just noticing whatever taste is on your tongue. What do you see? If your eyes are open, soften your gaze until you can't recognize the things that you're looking at. If your eyes are closed, noticing the blood vessels on the backs of your eyelids, the play of light on the backs of your eyelids. And again, there is nothing to do but observe. Be the witness and the observer, not the actor, not the reactor, just the observer. Be still, be aware, and notice. Notice your whole body at rest: your head, your hands, your feet, your arms and your legs and your torso. Notice your whole body, head to toe. Be aware of your whole body reclined back. And now we'll begin the practice of Sufi mother's breath. Sufi mother's breath has several qualities. The principal quality is quiet and slow. So the breath is as quiet as you can possibly make it on the inhale, and as full as you can be on your inhale, taking in as much air as possible, but slowly, so slowly and so quietly that you may not even be able to hear the breath. And when you reach the fullest extent of your inhale, hold the breath, not for long, just a beat, and then an exhale gently out of the nostrils, quietly if you can. So this is a quiet breath, a full, 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 full inhale, as full as you can get. The briefest of holds at the top, just to establish the control, and then a gentle breath out. Let's begin. Hold when you reach the top of your inhale, and then gently breathe out through the nostrils. This is a nostril breathing technique. Slow, quiet, controlled. Be aware of your whole body expanding as you inhale. Be aware of the stillness of the hold, that briefest of holds, and the quiet exhale through the nostrils. Keep going. Breathe as full in as possible. Hold your inhale for a beat, and then breathe out gently, nostrils. If you get distracted, that's okay. Return. Notice the inhale, quiet and full. The briefest of pauses at the top of your inhale. A gentle exhale. Held, nurtured, nourished, and cared for. And now I invite you to just notice the whole body breathing. Relax the breathing. You are always welcome to continue Sufi Mother's breath. As with any breath technique that I share with you, use it if it's useful to you. And if it's not, discard it. Do as you feel. Now I invite you to rotate your consciousness throughout the whole body. As I call the name of the part of the body, bring your full awareness there, and then shift to the next, and the next, and the next. If you lose track, come back to the sound of my voice and pick up where you left off. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head, the crown of the head, the whole head, the face, the back of the head, the back of the neck, the front of the throat, the tops of the shoulders, the upper back, the shoulder blades, and the backs of the arms, the upper arms, the biceps, the crook of the elbows, the upper back, the middle back, the front of the rib cage, the chest, the solar plexus, the diaphragm and the upper belly, the forearms, the navel, the low back, the front of the body and the back of the body, the upper body, the front of the body, the upper body, the back of the body, the upper body. Be aware of both wrists, the sides of the wrists, the inner wrists, the outer wrists, the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands, the 5 fingers of one hand and the other, both hands, all fingers. Be aware of your buttocks, the pelvis, the inner thighs, the upper legs, the tops of the thighs, the sides of the upper legs, the backs of the thighs, the kneecaps, the backs of the knees, the creases of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the sides of the ankles, the tops of the ankles, the Achilles tendon, the back of the heel, the soles of the feet, the arches of the feet, the tops of the feet, all of the toes, both feet, the entirety of both feet, the entirety of both hands, and the head. Notice your whole body, the lower body, the hips to the feet, the whole body, the lower body, the lower body, the whole body, the upper body, and the lower body, the whole body. Notice the crown of your head, the very top of your head. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head. The forehead, the third eye, the right nostril, right ear, right shoulder, right arm, the right waist, the right hip, the right leg, the right foot. Be aware of the entire right side of the body, the right side of the face, the right arm, the right hand, the right thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, the right leg, the right ankle, the right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Be aware of the entire right side of the body, the right side of the body, the right side. Be aware of the crown of the head, the forehead, the third eye, the left eye, the left nostril, the left ear, the left shoulder, the left arm, the left waist, the left hip, the left leg, the left foot, the entire left side of the body, the left side of the body. Notice the left side of the face, the left side of the body, the left arm, the left hand, the left thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, the left hip, the left leg, the left foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Notice the whole left side of the body, the left side of the body, the left side of the body. Notice the whole body, the left side, the right side, the upper body, the lower body, the back of the body, the front of the body. Be aware of your whole body resting and breathing. Notice the inhale. Be aware of your exhale. Notice the details of your breath. Smooth the breath out. Make your breath a continuous loop of inhale and exhale. Not holding the breath in or out. Noticing the transition from inhale to exhale, seamless, smooth. Legato. Breathe in and out. Notice the inhale expanding, the exhale contracting. The inhale light, the exhale heavy. The inhale cool, and the exhale warm. The inhale light, and the exhale dark. The inhale cool, and the exhale warm. Notice the inhale full, and the exhale empty. Notice the inhale nurturing. Notice the exhale nurtured. Notice the inhale anger. Be aware of the exhale patience. Be aware of the inhale confusion. And the exhale clarity. Notice the inhale you. Notice the exhale you. Notice that you are more complete. You are whole, more complete and larger, more comprehensive, wholly and whole, more complete and larger than any single breath in, more than any single thought, emotion, sensation, feeling. You are larger and more complete. This is the source. Tapping into the source from this place of stillness and tranquility that you have cultivated. Notice and be aware of your intention, the thing that brought you here in this moment to rest and breathe. The yogis call this the sankalpa. Be aware of this intention and repeat it to yourself. Offering you the universal sankalpa. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. In this place of grace, this place of being nurtured, nourishing, and deep care, blessing, and protection, fields of flowers, blue sky, sailboats, children on a playground, elders playing checkers, a dance hall full of people waltzing, beautiful music, the orchestra, prayer flags, asphalt, motorcycles, big trucks, the graveyard, owls and wolves, deepest night, clouds, the moonlight shining through silver clouds, starlight, dawn, sunrise, the trees in the breeze, green leaves, black shadows, forest, jungle, deserts, temple ruins, ivy on a brick wall, bouquets of flowers on the grand piano, refrigerator, a toothbrush, a rumpled bed, the clothes on the floor, your face in a foggy mirror, you handling something poorly, anxiously, angrily, you handling the same situation with grace and ease, patience and compassion. Your elders, your descendants, school, church, government housing, public buildings, crowded streets, vast prairie, towering skyscrapers, snow-capped mountains, waterfalls, rivers, streams, lakes, ponds, rainfall, thunderstorms, rainbows, birdsong, the tigers in the jungle, the giraffes nibbling at trees, the squirrels squirreling away nuts, the mice and the rats and the insects and all of the unwanted creatures still upon earth, and all of the cute animals, the otters, the kittens and the puppies and the little babies, the smiling babies, newborn babies, the Buddha smiling, Christ angry in the marketplace, knocking over tables, lecturing, the sacrifices, music across the horizon, a woman singing in the distance, an old man bent over a fiddle playing wildly, shadows, tall trees, the whispers in the trees, the wind blowing, bright white clouds across bright blue sky, noonday sun. You resting upon earth. You resting upon earth. You resting upon earth. Resting, breathing, nurtured, blessed, and protected. There is nothing more to do. Be here now. and rest. Savasana. Welcome back. Notice yourself breathing and resting, and allow your mind to return to your sankalpa, your intention, your heart's truest desire in this moment. Make no other effort. Notice your body at rest. Be aware of your body at rest. Notice the sound of your breathing. Notice the feel of your skin and the taste on your tongue. May the benefit of this practice carry with you today and all days, and for you and everyone that you connect with. If you have the luxury of continuing to rest, do that. If it is time for you to move on, I invite you to stretch, luxuriate here for just another few breaths. And as you're ready, bring yourself around to a seat. Enjoy any stretches that you need or want. Safe, healthy, happy, and free. Me, you, everyone, all beings, everywhere, always. Let's go be a mighty kindness. Peace. May the force be with you, my fellow earthlings, and live long and prosper. Take good care of yourself. Come back tomorrow for our Hands and Hearts Ease class. A Tuesday, the live stream starts at 8:45 Eastern. Be good to yourself until then.